the attacking red line and defending.
I think it's like
people deluded, I'm back again. Now, the good thing about the international break is it's finally coming to a close. A lot of you have been getting on to me and saying, why don't you do tier lists? We see this content going around on YouTube. You know, I'm a man of the people. I'll always give it a go. So as you can see with the title, people, I'm going to attempt to rank every Premier League winger that I possibly can remember, people. Yeah, and I'll put them into categories. You'll see them in just a second if I share my screen with you guys. So yeah, people, football's a subjective game of opinion. Allow me, I would say, you know, the website I've gone on, it's got pinned images, so obviously, you know, disregard the first row, the second row, and up until you see the white kind of print screens here, people. I've tried to remember everyone. You know, we've got the best, very good, overrated, breakout stars, I thought, which they're all right, and then obviously crap needs no introduction. I don't rate you at all in it. So where should we start? The top category, or in fact, what names come first? You know what? Easy doors. Bukayo Saka, easy doors. He's one of the best in the league, without a doubt. Who else would I go for next? Let's go for Phil Foden. I'm going to put Phil, you know, Phil Foden is among the best. He is very good, but I consider him overrated. And what I mean by that is for Manchester City, he does make the difference. He's a fantastic footballer. You know, I believe in terms of natural talent, he's got everything. He very much is, you know, a once in a generation talent, a generational talent. I can't rate Phil Foden higher than that. You know, give him a football, the man's a maverick, you know, close control, dribbling, half turn, got good passing range. I'm going to enjoy seeing him develop. I just feel when you look at Phil Foden and you look at, you know, half of these players that are spoken about in similar ilk, Phil Foden is the only one that's spoke about to here, but not held to high standards. If Bukayo Saka has an off day or an off game, there's question marks. There's always something around Phil Foden. Now, this is the Premier League. It's irrelevant from England, and you know, everybody needs to be discounted when playing for England because it's disjointed. But, you know, there's been 3 major competitions and you're yet to see anything of significance from Phil Foden. And I'm keen to see what Manchester City look like, you know, when the old guard, you know, the Gundogan's, the Kevin De Bruyne's, these kind of players move. And when you look at Manchester City, one of the first players you do think of currently is Phil Foden. But what I mean in that there's going to be no Kevin, no Bernardo, none of these guys. Phil Foden's the go-to man. So I consider him overrated. And, you know, overrated is not a bad thing. I think he's a quality player. Again, please don't misunderstand me. You know, I genuinely think he's the best English player in terms of talent, but he's never held to those regards. Now, of course, you know, he's played a main part in a number of trophies for Manchester City. I just feel where his ability is and his application, there's a drop off there. So I'm going to slap him in the overrated category. But, you know, I do consider Phil Foden among the best. But, you know, we can't have more than one category for a player. Phil Foden goes into overrated. Who else we got? Trossard. He's good, man. He's very good. Trossard's very good. You can't sit here and deny it. I'm not going to lie. People can say what they want. Grealish, for me, is also very good. I know he did his thing for England. I know there's a lot of debate around Pep Guardiola and not allowing his wingers to really thrive. But I think Grealish is quality, man. You know, I think he's a quality player. I'd love him at Arsenal Football Club. So I'd go with him. Cole Palmer, again, technically, I think his future is in the 10 or an 8. But he has maybe less so much this season at the moment with Chelsea. Apologies. But the man's been a revelation. Another one like Saka that really and truly Arsenal and Chelsea kind of live or die by these guys' performances. Now, Arsenal have kind of turned the corner in that regards. Chelsea are currently in that, but Palmer's amazing in my opinion. Cole Palmer, you can't hate on Cole Palmer. He really is cold. Hopefully when he comes to the Emirates, he doesn't have that. You know, Mohamed Salah staring at me, easy doors. Mohamed Salah's a quality player, generational kind of player for Liverpool. One of, you know, a Premier League legend, easy doors. Phil Foden, is in the overrated. We've got very good with Trossard and Grealish. The best, we've got Salah, Saka, and Cole Palmer. Who else? We got Aderinga. I think he's a breakout star. I don't think he's a household name per se, but I think the Brighton man's quite good. Jota. I think Jota could go into very good. I think injuries let him down. I don't think Liverpool fans have seen the best of him because of that, but I think he's there. I like Diaz, you know, but my Liverpool supporting friends, you know, they've kind of alerted me to, at times, you know, Luis Diaz can flatter to deceive. So I'm going to put him in meh, but I think he's a quality player. Gordon, I think he's quality if I'm really and truly honest with you. Let's remove very good and just put good because it's getting a bit too technical. So I'm going to put him in there. Pedro Neto. I'll put him in breakout because I haven't really seen anything in a Chelsea shirt of significance from him. But I think he is a quality player, if I'm honest with you. You know what? So we'll put him in Mayor, better yet. Easy doors. Anthony's crap, if I'm completely honest with you. As is Mikhail Mudryk, not seen anything of significance. Kudus, bad boy footballer for West Ham, so he's in good. Mitoma, nah, for me, I think Mitoma's a quality player, but I don't really feel there's been too much of a hype where Mitoma's concerned after a blistering, kind of few years, early few years at Brighton. I think he's a good player. Madueke, I think he's calm, I think I'm going to put him in. I think he's good. I think he's kind of excelled expectations. I'm going to put Harvey Barnes also in there. I love Marcus Rashford, but at this moment in time, you are part of the crap category. I think Jadon Sancho's good. I know many people look at that. I think Sancho's good. He is quite temperamental, and I think he will do well at Chelsea. Son Heung-min, I know he's not quite doing what he normally does in a Spurs shirt, but he's also very good. I can't lie, Kulusevski's not really played as a winger per se, but I also think he's a quality player, and I know he plays for them lot down the road, but he's an Arsenal fan, so I won't do him like that. Unpopular opinion, I think Garnacho's a good footballer. Easily very frustrating. Don't think his future lies out wide, but I think he's in line for a lot of unnecessary hate, if I'm honest with you, if I'm completely honest with you. Who else we got? Brennan Johnson, big up you for the goal scoring and shutting up the trolls, but I think you're crap. Oscar Bob, I would have you as I thought you genuinely would be a breakout kind of star for City this season. Obviously, it's been disrupted by injury. Diallo, I think he's calm, if I'm honest with you, for Manchester United. Reece Nelson, I don't want to do you dirty, but I can't, Rashford's better than you, so I can't not have you, above that. So you're going to go there. Jeremy Doku, bit meh. I think his decision making lets him down. Hodson Odoi, I think you can go into the meh category as well. João Felix, not seeing nothing really. You're not at per se a winger, but you can play as an inside forward and a bunch of others. Not really seen anything in the Chelsea shirt. Silvinho, easy a breakout star. I think he's going to be a quality player for Manchester City. Timo Werner is crap. I'm not going to do Leon Bailey dirty. He's Jamaican, so yeah, he's going to go into that category. Chiesa, not seen anything really in a Liverpool shirt. I think if you could get over your injuries, you're a quality player. Mbuemo, I know he can play up front. I'm going to have him in good because I think he is a good player. Sterling, if I'm honest with you, not seen nothing in an Arsenal shirt. I don't rate Adama Traore, I'll be real. I don't rate Jack Harrison, I'll be honest with you. Semenyo, I think you're okay for the level you play at, so you can go there. Gabriel Jesus, at the moment, you are crap. You could be a good winger, but, form is temporary, class is permanent, and all of those things. But Gabriel Jesus ain't bringing nothing to the table. I didn't really rate Dwight McNeil, if I'm honest with you, but I think he's been good this season. Sarr, I don't rate Sarr, I'll be real with you. Senestera, I think you're decent for the level you play at. Tyler Diblin, I think you're a good player. I don't think your future lies out wide. I think you're one of these kind of guys that can play out wide, but I think your future is in central midfield, whether that be an 8 or a 10. I think he's a quality player, and I think Southampton have struck gold with him. Emil Smith-Rowe, I'm very biased, so I'm going to have him. I'm going to put him in breakout just because, he's joined a new club in Fulham, and I expect him to continue to do how he's kind of started over there. Bowen's quality player, not really doing what he normally does in a West Ham shirt, but quality player for me. Bernardo Silva, I don't like the way you talk off the field, but you're undoubtedly a very good player. Amari Hutchinson, for me, I'm going to put him as a breakout kind of talent. When you look at the pressures and, pressures on the ball and a lot of these other metrics, I think he's doing quite well at Ipswich, but there has to be a bit of a cap because, Ipswich are not really going to do anything of note. Survival is the first thing. Mintai, I think you're very frustrating, so I'm going to put you in there, but you could easily, I'm going to put you in breakout because I must admit, I do see you improving every time I watch you for Brighton, but you're incredibly frustrating. It will be, I think you're meh, if I'm honest with you, but then I rate Reece Nelson a lot higher than they will be, so I'm going to have to put you there, unfortunately. Martinelli, I'm never going to do you dirty, really and truly. Arsenal bias, I think you're very good, even though the form's been poor. And, again, I'm going to put Somerville in terms of breakout because you were someone I was going to put in my FPL team. Don't think you've done anything of note to write home about where obviously West Ham are concerned currently, but I think you're a decent player. So I think that's it. So the best, I've got Saka, Cole Palmer, and Mohamed Salah. For good, I've got Grealish, Trossard, Kulusevski, Garnacho, Embuemo, Jota, Anthony Gordon, Taylor, Bowen, Bernardo Silva. You know what? Bernardo Silva is probably one of the best if he plays out wide, if I'm honest with you. As his Son, really, in terms of his form or not, Son is one of the best in this kind of category. So I'll slap you up there. So yeah, you got Sancho, Kulusevski, Garnacho, and Embuemo, Tyler Diblin, Bowen, and Martinelli. Overrated Phil Foden, but he is among the best. If it makes sense, it makes sense. My breakout stars, I've got Aderinga, Oscar Bob, Salvinho, Emil Smith-Rowe, Omari Hutchinson, Mintane, Somerville. You know what? In terms of breakout, I'm going to put Jeremy Doku, just because if your end product improves, I do think you could be among the best in the Premier League, but I'm going to put you in the breakout category. I think Diaz is a quality player, but I'm going to have him in Pedro Neto, quality player, not really done much. Madueke, you know what? I think you've excelled expectations of what I expected in a Chelsea shirt and probably impressed Chelsea fans. So you could put you in breakout. I mean, you've got capped by England now. Harvey Barnes is doing his thing. You know what, Diallo, I think if you're given an extended run in the United side, you could enhance your reputation. So in the meh category, you've got Diaz, you've got Chiesa, you've got Neto, you've got Sterling, you've got Semenyo, Mitoma, Harvey Barnes, Dwight McNeil, Sinistera, Hudson-Odoi, Leon Bailey, and Jadon Sancho. Mitoma, I think you are a good strike. You know what? Late change. Mitoma's going to go into the good category, people. And crap, Anthony, I think he's crap. Mudryk, I think he's crap. Rashford, your current form, on your day, you're amazing. I think you've been poor. Nelson, not done anything to write home about. Brennan Johnson, big up you for shutting up the trolls, but I think Spurs got con there. Timo Werner, I think he would tell you is crap. I've never rated Adama Traore. Jack Harrison, you've been crap. It will be out. You know what? I think I'm being harsh on it. Will be, if I'm honest with you. Don't rate Ismail Assar. Marcus Rashford and Gabriel Jesus. You really should at least be in the good category, but neither player is doing anything to write home about in their current team shirts. Rashford's down on his luck. But, Gabriel Jesus can't really buy a game. And when he does start, he flatters to deceive people. So, yeah, if you don't want this kind of content on a more regular basis, I'll get them in. Undoubtedly, I'm sure if when this video comes out and I look at the comments, there's a lot of you who agree, disagree. Let me know your thoughts. Please, please, please smash the like button and subscribe. Scrutinize my opinion. If you think I'm talking nonsense, I'm talking nonsense, innit? Let me know your thoughts, people. So, yeah, more videos like this on the way. But for now, stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.
You always use that active red line, defending.
I think it's like